Hello guys, Gladiator Bricks here with a talk and a review on some old sets, on an old set series I used to play with when I was a kid that was not even Lego. Old Dragon Knight sets. But I'm not reviewing the sets, the set itself. Here's a bag of just the figurines, random Knights figurines. I'll get out one for you guys to see really quick. They were probably the first Mega Bloks series that was very successful. He also had some pretty cool designs, like this little crossbow here. They even had catapults in the same style. It was pretty cool. It would have pretty much, if you were like trying to make a medieval stop motion, it would have come in handy for building. They also had wall pieces like this that were one-sided that you could easily build a whole castle. In fact, right over here you can see a castle I built using these same pieces, as you can see. Mostly what this design here though is, this is actually my play space where I play with vehicles and such that I build. Like if I get some Star Wars vehicles like this, or this, or this. Half of these are from battle packs. This one is from an actual set. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the review. Sorry about all this clutter. Anyways, as you can see, I've pretty much, this is my play space where I build and play with my sets and such. So I've actually done quite a bit of battles here. And of course, let's go ahead and get out a couple of monsters for it. Put a couple of minifigures into the design. As you can see, you could do a lot of fun scenes in battle. Like a lot of fun, as you can see, the setup is pretty cool and it's pretty nice, but of course we also have the castle. Let's go ahead and look at the battlements and put a couple of minifigures on the battlements. Right about here would be a nice place to put them. As you can see, it looks pretty nice up there, and of course there's also the inside, which is pretty large as well. Of course, the whole entire set, this whole entire thing would come in handy. This right here is actually a burial tomb. This is one of my older sets right here. There we go. That opens up. You could fit a whole minifigure inside like that, and then boom, you've buried him. Anyways, this is probably one of my favorite designs of this set, because the only way to open this thing is actually to press this button right in the middle. It's a lot of fun, these sets are. Of course the base plates also save. This actually is a cheaper way to get a bunch of base plates, because these sets would have at one time been pretty cheap, and you could have gotten like 10 or 20 of them for 20 bucks. You could get a whole set of this for 20 bucks. The set itself that I got this in is this thing right here. This is part of it. Give me a second. See? It's pretty huge and such, so if you're like, oh, Gladiator Bricks, you mean you're into Mega Bloks as well, and you're like getting after me for it? Please don't. I say my name is Gladiator Bricks, meaning bricks. It means I will play with other brands other than Lego, but I am pro Lego, I will admit to it. But I also like to use other parts in play. Like if I'm going to do a stop motion, I need to make I like to make some of my terrain look real. And this is pretty real looking terrain. I mean, look, it looks real. It's even got extra design on it. I mean, if you rub your finger against it, it feels like it has a terrain feel to it. Like a kind of nice terrain feel. Of course, it also has some pretty cool designs as well. Either way, I would recommend buying some of these. If you come upon one in a store, a bunch of these in a store, pick it up for stop motion purposes, because you would... I mean, some Mega Bloks sets come with parts that are very useful. And this terrain is very useful. I love it. But I also like to make my own terrain too, which I sometimes use a bunch of these. But of course, this sometimes takes a little of a time off if I have to hurry really quick to make a stop motion. I mean, if I have to hurry, I can set up something really quickly. And that's what I sometimes have to do when I'm doing a stop motion, is use whatever I get my hands on. But this is probably... Anyways, that's it for today. Comment and subscribe.